So, what is the weekly average pay of a first year Walmart driver? So, we don't get paid weekly, we get paid every 2 weeks. Although, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just divide it in two and then you'll know what each week is. And so, I've been asked this question over the years multiple times, and I do my best to answer it the best I know how, because I've been here for a long time. All I can do is really just tell you what I've been told by a lot of these first year Walmart drivers. About 2 years ago, I did some running with some guys out of a grocery DC, and we go through a lot of mountain passes and stuff like that over here in the West. And we were running chains, having to stop in multiple chain up areas, because you could put them on, you take them off, put them on, take them off, whatever. It was a pretty tough winter. And so I ended up running with multiple guys that had been here first year. At least they'd been just a little bit after their first year. And so since we were kind of hanging out together, I started asking, well, what did you make the first year? Did it average out over the year? And they all said, yes, it averaged out over the entire year pretty well. I mean, not perfectly, but pretty well. And, Walmart advertises that you can make up to 110,000 your first year. Well, I got multiple answers from these guys. Some of them said 108. Some said they made right at the 110 mark. One guy said he made 118. Another one said he made 115. And this is what they made in their first year. So, I mean, you do the math on that and you can see that 110,000, basically, you divide that by 52 and it's like $2,114 a week, right? Well, the thing is that we get a safety bonus quarterly. And so that's a hard one to figure out because it's based on, how many hours you worked, how many miles you drove, things like that. So everybody kind of has a different safety bonus. Not drastically different, but, it's all going to be different. So my best figuring here, if that's the way to say it, is that I think that your average first year Walmart driver probably makes weekly about $2,000 maybe, somewhere in that area, $1,900, $2,000 per week. I hear a lot of drivers say that their paycheck, which is every 2 weeks, like I had said in the beginning, is about $3,800. Now, this is all gross figures because you have no idea what people are going to claim on their taxes, what insurance they're going to have, what they're going to put in on their 401k, how much stock they're going to buy. I mean, it'd be ridiculous to look at it any other way. So your baseline is gross pay. And I really think it's somewhere around 2,000. Yeah, about 2,000 a week, maybe 19 something. I've heard that number 3,800 and some change pretty often on a 2-week paycheck. Now, some people may say, oh, well, that's not a lot. First year. It's their first year. Like, they never worked here before. Their first year. Actually, that's not bad for a first year job to be able to get, 110 for the year on average and then pull in, somewhere around 2,000 a week or something, 1,900. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Everybody focuses on the money and they just, everything that's talked about is all based on, well, how much is it? How much you get? How up, is it average? You can't base it all on that. I mean, first year Walmart drivers, yeah, that's a pretty good wage to start out with. But one of the things that they get right out the gate is all benefits start day one. I know that's becoming a little more popular with jobs. Used to be that was not. You had to wait like 3 months or whatever to get that. I'm not that concerned about that. I've never really been into like the health benefits or whatever. I don't go to the doctor a lot. But, one of the things that does interest me, and I think it's very cool, we earn paid time off, PTO. And so the first year Walmart driver, they say, Walmart says that they'll get up to 21 days paid time off per year. And then we all get 4 safety bonus days. So you get 4 more days as long as you don't crash the truck. And that in itself is pretty cool. I get about 36 or 38, somewhere like that, not counting my 4, safety bonus days. But I mean, that in itself is pretty cool. Like, here's some days, take vacation, take time off. You want extra money, to fill your day out because you didn't have a great day. All this you can do with your PTO. But the coolest thing about it is that, first year Walmart driver, I don't know if it's day one. I mean, there has to be some kind of average that starts happening. But once they start getting the PTO, which they're earning it from day one, they should be able to use it. Should be able to use that time off. I don't know if there's like a week or two or a month before you can use it. I don't know that, but pretty much right away, you're able to start using PTO. That I do not see in a lot of jobs over the years. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. All the jobs I was ever at when I was younger was, sure, we got vacation. You'll get 1 week after 1 year of working here. Until then, there is no paid days off unless it's a holiday or something like Christmas or whatever. And even at that, I didn't even get full wages anyway. So, first year out the gate, get a good wage. Yeah, you're not making the highest wages because it's your first year. So, I mean, to get benefits right out the gate, to be able to take time off pretty much right out the gate, to get a good wage right out the gate, I mean, that's not bad. So I guess the next question would be, well, okay, what does like a senior driver get on an average weekly pay? Well, it can't be easy for me, because if I worked 5 on, 2 off, which would basically be a full-time position, I can give you an exact number, but I don't do that. I work a schedule where I work 5 days on, 5 days off. And I have to put in there, it's by choice. I've had people say, oh, well, that's not enough work. I don't want to work there. It's not you can pick your schedule. I want to work less. So don't be confused with that. But, the best I can figure, if I was to work 5 on, 2 off, which is basically a full-time schedule, I'd make about 140,000, give or take. Maybe even a little more, actually. And so the average, it's pretty simple. Just divide that by 52 and there you go. I can confidently say that because most of the time my paychecks, they're the same, pretty much. Not exactly the same, but they're very similar. They're very close to the same every payday as far as how many days I work. Pretty good average, pretty good consistency, I guess is what I'm looking for. And so to be able to make the statement that a first year Walmart driver can make up to 110,000 and basically get about 1,900, 2,000 gross per paycheck, that'll be pretty accurate, I think. Yeah, there may be some weeks where maybe you only get 1,700 and then another week you'll get, 2,300 or whatever. I'm sure that can happen, but that really shouldn't be an issue because at the end of the year, you're getting paid over 6 figures. And, there's plenty of good jobs out there. And, Walmart's not the only game, in town. But you know what? It is a pretty good choice. Especially if you don't live in one of these big major cities. You don't live anywhere there was a major hub. Like me. Well, you can see my background here. I live out here in the woods. So not a lot of great jobs available. As it stands now, I have to drive pretty far to get to Walmart. But you know what? That's what's available to me. I'm not about to go move somewhere I don't want to be just so that I can make a little extra money. That's pretty much selling your soul for money, and I just won't do it. So Walmart's a pretty good choice. It gives people options that don't want to live in all the hustle and bustle and all the stuff there. I just want to go work. I want to make a good wage, and I really don't want to work 6-7 days a week or whatever. I don't want to kill myself doing it. I want to have family. I want to be able to have a life, and it is regional for the most part. There are some day positions here at Walmart, but overall, I mean, you're home for your day, all of your days off. One guy had said on a live stream that, that's only like $350 a day or whatever. And he said that he made, what did he say? I forgot what he said. Like over like 2,000 or something or whatever. And it's like, well, here's the thing. A lot of these trucking jobs, you'll end up working, quote unquote, 5 days maybe, and then you go home on the sixth day, and they're calling that a day off. We don't do that here. Here, if you work your 5 days, on that fifth day, you're going home on that day, and then you're getting all the next day off. We don't do little portions of days off or whatever for the sake of, 150 bucks or whatever it is, extra in my pocket. You all can have that. I think that's totally wrong, and I've never liked that. I've never bought into that at all. So, as far as an average goes, yeah, it can go up and down a little bit because you're going to go home on your go home day. And it's pretty tough to turn, let's say a 14-hour day. It might be tough to get something that turns, that goes out and back and gets you right back there in time to be able to go home. We're not going to risk it here. You're going to get your days off. And at the end of the year, you're going to get your pay. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've came up with on what a weekly average would be for a first-year Walmart driver. And it's not a bad deal at all. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you look down in the description here underneath the video, you'll see if you want to be part of the members only group, which I get a lot of my ideas and things like that from them. Go ahead and click on that and you can join that group. And as usual, if you are looking to get a job at Walmart, you can use me as a referral. It will help you get your application on top of the stack with the other referrals instead of on the bottom where people don't have any. So you're welcome to use that. So that's what I got for you, and I'll catch you guys next time.